The moment I stepped into the house, I heard the soft click of the door locking behind me. My mom's friend, Elena, stood there with a gentle smile that didn't match the storm inside her eyes. She whispered, "Perfect timing, as always," and in that instant, I felt as though I'd walked into something far heavier than an ordinary visit. There are moments in life when the air shifts, when a room suddenly feels too small, too quiet, too full of unspoken things. That was one of them. If you believe in kindness, compassion, and second chances, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. It helps more people discover stories that heal and inspire. I had known Elena since I was a child. She had always been vibrant, the kind of person who made everything feel warm. But now, her smile seemed fragile, like something stitched together after breaking. I didn't know why she had asked my mom if I could help her with something around the house. I didn't know why she insisted on seeing me today. But the moment I looked at her face, I understood one thing: she wasn't okay. The house was quiet, too quiet. A half-finished glass of wine sat on the counter, its golden surface trembling slightly as if it held some secret of its own. Elena asked me to sit, and her voice quivered just enough to reveal the truth she couldn't hide anymore. She didn't need help with groceries or fixing something. She needed help because she didn't know who else to call. She told me that ever since her divorce a year ago, the silence in the house had become unbearable. She talked about nights where she would pretend everything was fine during the day, only to fall apart as soon as the lights went off. She explained how she felt swallowed by loneliness, but too ashamed to tell anyone, not even my mom. And then, with a breath so soft I almost missed it, she admitted that the only reason she smiled when I walked inside was because she finally didn't feel alone for a moment. I didn't interrupt. I didn't look away. I just listened. Sometimes listening is the only thing a heavy heart needs. Elena moved slowly around the kitchen as she spoke, as though every memory weighed down her limbs. She told me she'd been avoiding people because she didn't want to be a burden. She was tired of being strong for everyone else, tired of pretending that her life hadn't fallen apart in ways no one could see. She had spent months convincing herself she was fine, until she wasn't. At one point, she leaned against the refrigerator door, her expression trembling between strength and collapse. The hum of the kitchen appliances filled the space between her words, making the confession feel even more real. She said she locked the door earlier out of habit. Her home security had become obsessive since she started living alone, but then she realized it made her look unstable, even frightening. She apologized deeply, repeatedly, her face flushing with embarrassment. But I wasn't afraid. I saw someone who had simply reached her limit. As she talked, I realized why she said, "Perfect timing." I had arrived at the exact moment she needed someone, not to fix her life, but to witness her pain so she could finally release some of it. It struck me how easily we assume adults always have everything under control, how rarely we imagine they might be breaking quietly behind closed doors. I told her gently that needing help doesn't make someone weak. That reaching out takes courage, especially when the world expects you to carry yourself flawlessly. And for the first time since I'd stepped inside, her shoulders eased. She let herself breathe. We spent the next hour cleaning up the kitchen together, an act so simple yet somehow healing. She laughed softly at one point, an exhausted, cracked laugh, but a laugh nonetheless. She made tea for both of us, turning the moment into a small ritual of grounding, something familiar, something human. She told me stories from when I was little, stories she remembered even though I had forgotten. It amazed me how someone who felt so broken still held so much tenderness inside her. Before I left, Elena thanked me in a voice steadier than before. She said today was the first time in months she didn't feel invisible. She promised to talk to my mom, to get support, to let people back into her life again. And as she unlocked the door for me, she smiled, not the fragile smile she forced earlier, but a real one, a warm one. A beginning. I stepped outside with a strange ache in my chest, realizing how many people silently battle storms we never see. Sometimes, the strongest people are the ones most afraid of asking for help. And sometimes, the smallest act of presence, just showing up, can save someone in ways you may never fully understand. If this story touched your heart at any moment, please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Your support helps more people find stories that bring light into dark places.